909. All 909.
Yes, this is the groundbreaking for part of BNTF 6 program, which is the Dick Hill feeder road for the community and farmers farming areas in Upper Dick Hill. Now, this road is approximately 448 meters long, which stretches from the upper point of the community here to the intersection at the base of Dick Hill. We intend to have approximately 5 contractors on duty, and the first set of contractors will be starting this week, which is the earthworks contractor, the contractor for laying the first stage of the road, which is about 97 meters, and another final contractor which would be dealing with the drains. We are trying to get this expedite in a very quick, rapid result so that we could handle the rain season and also have the community back in as soon as possible. This is the final project for under my supervision, which, forget to tell you, I am the engineer consultant for the Caribbean Development Bank. This BNTF 6 program would be completed, and we are then going to move on to BNTF 7, which under my supervision would be the Drummonds community, the Bazies community road, the sewage treatment plant at Drummonds. We know that there's a very one would say a bit of an awful situation at Drummonds with the sewage treatment plant down there, which is an in-house plant. And what we'll be doing, we'll be taking that out and putting a Blivet sewage treatment plant, which would be able to facilitate the situation in Drummonds. So all these are going to happen within BNTF 7, and we are hopeful to.
Just one question.
Yes.
In terms of the sewage treatment plant in Drummonds,
Yeah.
that will take care of all of the houses within that project area.
Yes, the Blivet treatment plant could handle at least 500 personnels. In Drummonds at the moment, we catering for about 75 thereabout.
Right.
So this system would extensively be able to deal with all dwellings beyond the elevation of where we're going to put it, and we're going to locate it in a way that at least it serves for future development in the upper Drummonds. I would say as far as areas going up to Silver Hill Rendezvous.
Okay, so in effect, what is happening there is that we're now looking at similar to what is happening in Lookout,
Yeah.
where you have a sewage treatment plant rather than people using individual septic tanks.
Definitely, and this would also provide what we call a very good high standard of effluent, so that the runoff could be, even though for agriculture use, fisheries, shrimps farming, all these are different things that could be in part as the Bluefed treatment plant is implemented. And I would say so far CDB has already given the green light for the equipment that we are going to use.
Well, one of the things with the BNTF 6 program, which is something that we need to look at, is that there are time limits. And so the BNTF 6 program, we need to spend pretty much all of the money by December of this year.
Definitely. The
So
BNTF 7 as well.
BNTF 7 as
Yes,
well. So
yeah.
we have to ramp up and get them moving.
Yes.
So now that we have gotten rid of most of the stumbling blocks in the way of those projects, we're just ramping them up and getting them out of the way as quickly as possible.
Yes, CDB is urging us to have the sanitation and water sectors of BNTF 7 starting in like July, yesterday.
Right.
So we are basically, Montserrat is ahead of the program to the other islands, if we would say that, but we are trying to make sure that we comply and have these done within 2014 December.
Yeah, when we had the CDB Board of Governors meeting in Guyana, which would have been last month, not last month, in June, one of the things which we had to look at is how can we speed up the BNTF programs?
Yes.
Because there are grant funds which are available, and sometimes, like in this particular situation where you had issues in relation to land ownership, how do you move people? Can you block off this road for 7 days or 7 weeks, as the case might be?
Yeah.
then these are some of the issues which have been holding up these projects. But at least now we've gotten most of those issues out of the way.
Yes, we have. For example, we normally hear about the situation in the north with the land and stuff like that. One of the biggest slightly stumbling blocks we had in Dick Hill area was there's so many landowners, and we were going to try to have some of the drainage system instead of going right down, be carted off between boundaries. That would have been difficult between the time frame to locate every landowner and the extended landowners. So what we did was to do a subsurface drain and a surface drain at the same time, similar to what is coming down at Braids, where some of the water goes under the road and finally reach down, because we can't get the permission to take some of it to the boundaries.
The other thing with this road, which is a Dick Hill road, it's not only serving the residential community, but you have a very large farming population in the area, and that is also going to be helping the farming population. Plus, Water Authority has their water systems up here, so we also have to ensure that they are also satisfied and be able to come. It's similar somewhat to what we did going up Silver Hills, when we had to put in that road to facilitate the towers, but also being able to open up lands in that area so that people can do some additional construction works up there.
That's right. Yeah, so just to be able to tidy up this, as I said, this is the BNTF 6 program. We are going into the BNTF 7 program. I want you to see the BNTF coordinator, who is going to give you a more update in terms of how BNTF operates, Mr. Marvin Browne.
Good morning all, morning Premier.
Morning, sir.
How are you doing? Yeah. Good morning. Today marks the commencement of the Dick Hill Road rehabilitation. It's one of the projects under the 6th BNTF cycle. Please forgive me, I walked up the hill and I'm out of breath.
Yeah, we recognize.
Yeah, this is actually the I think the 5th project under the program. We have one more to go, which is the Davy Hill Community Resource Center. Work has actually commenced on the project, I see, and we are hoping to get through with this before the weather start hampering our progress. I don't think there's a lot more which I want to say. I am quite pleased that we have commenced, and I am very hopeful that we will get through with this project within the time that we've planned.
Thank you.
MCAP, Movement for Change and Prosperity.